Breaking right now at 4, children missing for over 30 years found here in Houston. Their mother now charged in their disappearance. Their father shocked his daughters have been found safe after all this time.
Well, think of it as the whole thing was I've always been trying to find my children.
We have reaction to the news, plus what we know about the girl's time here in Houston. Police say Elaine Yates disappeared with her 3.5-year-old and a 10-month-old daughter in 1985 in a case that made national news. Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm Sarah Donchie. A tip 2 days before Christmas led authorities to the 3 women who all had changed their identities.
We have team coverage of this story today, beginning with Channel 2's Phil Archer, who has been working to track down those women. Phil.
Well, according to Rhode Island police, 69-year-old Elaine Yates abducted her 2 young daughters and fled with them here to Houston almost 3 decades ago. Now those children are grown women with families of their own who apparently didn't know about any of those allegations until their mother was arrested in Houston yesterday. Rhode Island police contend she came to Houston from Rhode Island in 1985 after snatching her 3-year-old daughter Kimberly and her younger sister 10-month-old Kelly. Yates allegedly assumed the name Lena Waldberg and gave the children assumed names as well.
It was a pretty high-profile case back in the day. I don't really remember myself, but as researched, it was very high-profile back. It's been on several TV shows, America's Most Wanted, missing children shows, and a lot of assistance was put out there to try and locate the children.
2 days before Christmas, an anonymous caller tipped Rhode Island police that Yates and her daughters were living in Houston. Her 2 daughters apparently unaware of their mother's past. Her daughters are now married with their own children. Kelly, now living south of Houston with her husband, declined to talk with us.
She doesn't want to talk to y'all. She does. We're not going to have the media circus here with everything.
Remove yourself from the property now.
Kimberly Yates wasn't home when we knocked. She lives in Baytown.
Oh my God, I just got goosebumps. That's so crazy.
Why do you say that?
That's crazy.
The women's father in Rhode Island said he's relieved that they've finally been found. Their mother is now on her way back to Rhode Island under guard. Elaine Yates is expected to arrive there sometime in the next couple of hours. She is charged in Rhode Island with child snatching. It's a felony. It carries a punishment on conviction of up to 2 years in prison on each count. Reporting live in Baytown, I'm Phil Archer, KPRC Channel 2 News.
Phil, thanks. Our team coverage continues with Channel 2's Sion Rhodes.
Sion has been tracking down the girl's mother and has reaction from the girl's father. Sion.
And we also just got new court documents that show that this woman officially changed her name right here in Harris County back in 2009. It's not clear why she was allowed to do that or how she got away with it, but it did allow her to set up what appeared to be a very normal life. For the last 31 years, Elaine Yates lived and worked as Lena Waldberg. Do you have any comment about Lena?
No.
Were you surprised? Or Lena?
No,
Do you have any comment?
We have no comment.
No comment from folks at this Southwest Houston collection agency where she worked.
Get out of our building.
You're blocking the door, sir.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Neighbors at her Galleria area condo said she kept to herself and were stunned to learn they were living next to a fugitive.
You know, if somebody does something wrong, then they should be brought to justice one time or another. And everybody makes mistakes, and she should admit the mistake and then pay the consequences, whatever it is.
Back in Rhode Island, Yates' ex-husband says he's relieved.
I've always been trying to find my children, and now at least it's up to them to get in touch with me. What happens with my ex-wife, I really feel bad about, but we got to find out what's going on.
Now, it's important to note that at the time of the abduction, there were domestic violence accusations against Yates' ex-husband. When reporters confronted him about that today, he refused to comment. Reporting live in Southwest Houston, Sion Rhodes, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
And we will continue to follow this story for you on air and online. Ahead at 6 o'clock, a psychiatrist weighs in on this case. He speaks on the potential trauma kidnapping victims can face. In the meantime, you can find the latest information on our website, clicktohouston.com. It is all on the homepage.